Alright, there are rumours that this crater was not formed naturally, but it is a long-abandoned uranium mine. While the uranium is gone, there are still many valuable resources left exposed. You will need to be extremely careful to not breach the outer perimeter, otherwise the ocean will flood the entire crater. Is that true? Or is that a fib? Part of me just wants to start this map so I can immediately breach the outer crater and see what happens. Because I'm fairly certain that someone mentioned in chat that they haven't actually modeled fluid dynamics. But that isn't to say that they won't flood the map. They might have just put in some sort of check that is constantly checking. Have they breached the outer perimeter? If so, everything on the inside is now full. Chat wants us to do it for science. Well, if we're going to quickly do it for science, I guess I can pop it on sailor and immediately have my excavators just tunnel. No, we're going to do it properly. And if we accidentally breach the outer perimeter, then shenanigans. But no, we're going to do it properly. 48k resources. What do you mean it's 48k? I mean, surely this is infinite. If we run out of water on this map, I will laugh. All right. I think everything else is good there. Let's go, shall we? Yes, I think we should. Dunk. We're going to go with Captain. Launch new game. Accidental science is the best kind of science. Oh, that's actually quite right. They're probably speaking about the water that's available on through the water table, which is, you know, the moment you've got it, it's fresh water. Seawater needs some additional refining. I love this. Changelog is just too long. Just check our blog. That's fair. I understand. If your logistics network is overwhelmed, build more trucks or connect machines with conveyor belts to relieve it. We shall make the new Atlantis. Well, for that to happen, I need to build a super advanced, high-tech civilization in the crater and then flood it. Because if they don't have super high-tech, then how are we going to end up with sea UFOs? Captain, we've just docked. Our ship, the local shipyard, will both need major repairs. The abandoned communication station near the dock could be deconstructed and used to smelt iron in a blast furnace so we can build more vehicles and construction parts. And it's essential to build a research lab as soon as possible so we can figure out more blueprints for more important things such as farms or a beacon. A friendly village you can trade with is nearby. Check the world map. Trading can be a lifesaver if you run into a shortage of critical products, so you should research and build a trading dock as soon as possible. Tunk. Look what we start with, chat! No more shall our trucks just magically be able to chop down trees without people getting out, because, you know, I choose to believe that there are no actual people here. This is a colony of cars. They just fit into these tiny little boxes. It's one car. Don't worry about the stairs. Don't. This is the dystopian version of cars. It eventually happened. The world collapsed. And all that remains are trucks and excavators. All the other vehicles, I'm sorry, they couldn't make it. They didn't learn how to drive on water fast enough. Okay, this is a very, very interesting map, my lord. That coal seam, though. Wow. So we've got coal, iron, and copper readily available. So many layers. This is amazing. The truck arc, indeed. As someone who hasn't actually ever watched cars outside of clips on YouTube and memes, I do not know the names of the characters, sadly. But I do know that there was one truck in it, and that truck is one of the chosen. The promised land has been reserved for them. Now, yes, here we are. Oh, sorry, carbs, protein, vitamins. So, yeah. our food station now needs a lot of different stuff. So we've got potatoes, corn, and bread as carbs, meat, eggs, sausages, and butter? Should we go with like butter? Lard? Tofu? I mean, yeah, it could be actually. I mean, it's not like butter is really proteinful. It's more fat. But I just couldn't really think of anything else there, really. Vitamins is just veggies and fruit, and then treats are Doritos and cake. Those are your treats, chat. Doritos and cake. As for the general, dunk. We've now got food, electricity, water, household goods, household appliances, consumer electronics, hospitals. You can now build hospitals eventually. The moment we unlock research, is going to be a lot of time of me just looking at the research and imagining how we're going to be using it. We've got this little spot here. Oh, wow. We can get iron scrap, concrete slabs, and electronics out of that. Wow. Actually, wow. Tree harvesting designation. Oh, I like that this is now a circular saw blade. Let's get those trees. Tunk. I'm going to dedicate... Well, actually, I guess I don't really need to dedicate any vehicles to you right now. That is one heck of a ramp. Okay. First things first, then. We've got a smokestack. Does this look different? Oh, it does. They have... Wow, okay, they've changed the smokestack. And look at the design. Look at this. Look at it. Look how glorious this is. It is so much easier now to plan buildings. Like, I knew that this was coming, but seeing it, actually having it available, like, I knew that it was going to be a useful thing, but this, I don't know, seeing it actually makes it feel more useful somehow. Yep. Topography lines. That is going to make building stuff so much better. Right, let's set up our blast furnace over here. Nice and close. Blast furnace. Let's rotate you around. You can go right there. Tunk. Look at that. All sorts of things going there. Metal caster. I want the 60 seconds, please. 24 every 60 seconds. How much do you consume? 12 every 60 seconds, so we need 2. Let's go with... Tunk and Tunk. We are going to need... Oh. Someone just sent me a message on Steam and they're like, sorry, I didn't mean to send it. Oh, actually, they sent me an invite to play Apex Legends. I will reassure them it's okay. Accidents happen. Let's get that all hooked up. And this one as well. There we go. We are also going to need... Oh, look at that, though. Look at it! That is so good. That is so uncommonly good. Oh, the satisfaction levels. Off the charts. Currently accepts CO2 or exhaust. This is going to produce just exhaust. We are also going to require a coal maker. Mr. Kurt, thank you very much for the prime. Yes, this is very much a beautifully made game. 100%. Oh, actually, since I do need that to be standing down there, I could squidge that in there if I wanted to. Oh, could I? I think... No, sadly. Much sadness there. Ultra sads. Because that would have been glorious. Do we have that on this side? No. Oh, no, damn it. Sorry. What I was hoping to do there was to be able to... I'm going to try it anyway. Let's pop that there. Can I then squidge in one of these? No, it is a denied spot, but that would have been an amazing early game setup. Not gonna lie. Would have been grand, but sadly, not for us. Oh, actually, I can just move them. I can also quick build too. I believe... Cut. Tonk. There we are. Let's pop you there. Can I scooch that in there? No. That's fine. What I can do is this then. Where do I want to put it? Sure, I will put it there. We'll have just a regular pipe connecting these, and then I'm going to want the coal maker. It doesn't much matter at this point, but I'm going to put it here anyway, because the trucks will access it from the same spot. Since it's going to be all delivered by truck for now. Actually, that said... Just have a quick look. I could be in planning mode, but let's not. Let's grab you. Now, one of the things about this, let me quickly show you. You might be thinking, oh, well, that's kind of cool. You can move one building. No, 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 no. This is going to make setting things up so good. They've done an amazing job of improving the usability of this game. So much. So much. All right. It's good enough for me. Let's have all of this ready to go. Well, the slag is obviously going to have to be taken somewhere. Oh, look at the dock, though. I like it. Where are we going to put the slag? I need somewhere to dump. Let's straighten out an area here. So, it's still on level 5. Wow. Let's just bring that out across to here. This is going to be the area that we flatten, and we'll slowly build that out as time goes on. And with that, start recycling. We've got 1 or 2 more things left to do. Got the food market, the waste collection. Collects general waste from the attached settlement to prevent it from piling up in the settlement and causing health concerns. Now, I mentioned that we were going to be dealing with waste management, that's now a different thing. Everything that goes in, because previously the colony, you know, they'd get water, they'd produce wastewater. But otherwise, they didn't really produce any waste. Anything that is now added to the colony, anything that goes into it, be it household goods, household appliances, food, water, you name it, produces waste. Along with a certain baseline of waste as well. So the colonists are just going to produce waste, because if you're not giving them water and food, well, they're still going out there and getting it from somewhere. They're just foraging. They still produce waste. Now, you've got general waste, recyclables, and bio-waste. Currently, we can only deal with general waste. But these are now things you need to worry about. I'll just dig that in there for now. There we go. So they will collect waste, and then we're just gonna have to deal with it. And yes, you can dump the waste. And yes, if you were really, I don't know, Tokyo inclined, you could go and build on that waste if you wanted to. You can make more land out of the rubbish that people have gotten out of the land you've already got. If you really want to. You can totally make an island out of landfill, if you must. However, you can also burn it. Whether you should, don't know. But if you're actually running low on materials, you can totally make that a thing. You can totally use the materials from waste as a fuel source. Fill the crater. Chat, is that what you want us to do? Do you want us to completely fill this crater? Turn this crater into a beautiful island of just random crap and gubbins? I guess it is actually 100% possible, yes. I'm not going to make a poop crater. No, this isn't City Skylines. I refuse. Now we've got a couple of new new items already on view. Let's actually look at these. So we've got vehicle parts. We've got all sorts of stuff we can now make. So vehicle parts, mechanical parts, which we're making in an assembler. We can turn them into lab equipment, vehicle parts. There's so much stuff now. Waste and dumping. Your population generates waste that needs to be collected to maintain healthy conditions in your settlement. You can attach a waste collection to your settlement to collect its waste. To get rid of the waste, you can designate a dump with the Z key and let your trucks dump the waste onto the train. Later on, you can research more ways and how to deal with it. Note that the amount of general waste your population produces depends on the amount of supply they get and whether they recycle. However, you can never get rid of the general waste entirely. Some materials can be dumped directly onto the train, as you have just discovered. However, sometimes you might want to prevent your trucks from dumping waste all over the island. And for that, you have Global Dumping Filter. Ooh, okay. This filter allows you to select which materials are allowed for dumping and which are not. For instance, iron ore is not allowed for dumping by default because it's a valuable resource and would be a waste of effort. That's fair. Later on, you can build a mine control tower which has its own dumping filter for the area it manages. This allows for instance, to disable waste dumping globally and to build a dedicated mine control tower to enable waste dumping just on the controlled area, to have a single dedicated place for landfill. You can do this with other products such as slag or dirt as well. What can be dumped? Not every single product can be dumped on the train. If you need to know whether a product can be dumped or not, check out the recipe book with the F1 key. Slag. Dumping slag is important, as typically your smelting industry will produce way more slag than you can use in concrete production. So slag dumping is enabled by default and has no pollution effect, but for better efficiency, it is recommended to run slag from furnaces into storage via conveyor belts and then dump it from there. This is advantageous since when trucks are dumping from furnaces directly, they might not have their capacity fully utilized. But that is amazing. Yeah, okay. Nice. Very nice. What else can I add? Compost, copper ore, gold ore, gravel, iron ore, limestone, and sand. And if we have a look over here, coal. Can coal be dumped? Does it tell me? Waste. Can waste be dumped? Waste can be dumped. Yes. Okay. So now I know what it looks like when I can dump things. I can't dump potatoes. Way to ruin my hopes and dreams. I wanted to just fill the crater with potatoes. I can not dump... Oh, yeah, no, I can dump coal. Can I dump cement? I cannot dump cement. Such sadness. No, we cannot dump potatoes. As much as this would make me happy, we cannot fill the center of the island with potatoes. Oh, but that, what are you, my lovely? Oh, biomass. So I can take potatoes and salt and cooking oil and plastic. Oh, right. Okay. Sorry. I was like, what on earth am I making out of this? Some sort of crazy Frankenstein monstrosity. It's actually, I'm making snacks and bio-waste. Okay, fair enough. That's how we get our Doritos. You know how in Shipbreaker it's like, do you want plastics in your food? Well, apparently the Doritos in this, yeah. Are you not being collected from? It doesn't appear you are. Okay. Well, now you've got a truck that is permanently assigned to you. And hopefully, we will soon see that going. Is there a truck coming along? Hello, truck? Yeah, there we are. Truck is on their way. Are you gathering? Yes, you are. All right, well, I guess all of these things are just going to slowly build up. But we need some iron smelting. Trucks moving in. It all goes... That's an old resource now. That'll need to be updated. They have updated wood harvesting, which is nice. Tree harvester will automatically start to harvest the designated trees. You also need to assign some trucks to the tree harvester so it can load them. Fair enough. Let's go and have a watch of this, though. And later on, we're going to get an even better version of this. I see. You make no effort to chop the logs up. You just move the tree into the truck. Very well. Let's have a watch. Very satisfying. Ultra satisfying. Are we recycling this? Yes, we are. There we go. Nice sound effect there. Cooling... the exhaust stack looks quite good. I like it. I like it a lot. And it may not be obvious, but the blast furnace has changed its appearance a little bit. That looks very nice. It's proper old school. Brick. I don't know. Would the furnace be underneath, or would this just be a chimney? Well, no, because the stuff goes up and then falls down. So I guess it's more of a brick funnel. But I guess looking at the exhaust there, it also serves the purpose of the chimney stack as well. Are you going to get anything? Yeah, it is producing the coal. We're just waiting on the coal to be delivered. We've got the iron scrap in there. Plenty of wood being delivered all the time. There we are. Right, do we have anything else that we can build? We can build a research lab, and thus we must. Research lab, you can be built over... No, don't build it in front of there. Don't build it there either, because it's kind of in the way. We'll build it over here. Right about there. Is there anything else we need to worry about? No, not really. Right, off we go. One must imagine that there is enough for you to transport here, but apparently not. Let's speed things up a little bit. Oh, it needs 9. Research is ready. Yeah, there we go. Coal has been picked up. Let's pause for a sec. How much are you carrying? You're carrying exactly 12. Yeah, there we go. You've got enough to run a full cycle. If I turn that off, well, we only need the 3 per cycle, so oh well. But that should now be loaded, and there we go. Things are on the move. Okay, I like it. And we'll see our first iron being produced. Research lab is ready. Let's pause it there. Congratulations for the first research lab, Captain. You should research and build farms before our food supply runs out. Make sure you build them soon enough, as it takes time to grow more food. Fair? Alright, let's pause that there then. So, we've got iron smelting from scrap. We've got vehicles and mining. That's going to be an important one. Basic farms. Construction. I imagine we've got enough materials to build our first farm, so I'm going to grab that. Then we're going to grab basic construction materials. The trading dock gives... Oh, that gives us unit storage. Probably worth it. But we'll grab this one first. Right now, we're more than likely going to have everything we need. We need iron and wood. We're already producing that. And concrete is coming from the other... from the building there. This can already produce rubber and copper to produce electronics. Nice. So iron makes mechanical parts. I think initially we're going to have all of these materials available, so we're going to go straight for diesel and maintenance depot. Oh, that is going to require mechanical parts and electronic parts, so yeah, let's get that going. Tunk. Once we have that, though, I think the trading dock is the next thing on our list, so that we can actually trade for additional resources. By that point, we're going to be running low on people, so the beacon will be the next thing after that. And then more than likely, it will be time for us to start getting iron ore being actually mined. Pop that down. Concrete production. I reckon the speed that with which we're going to be using concrete will probably be okay. That we don't need to rush towards that, but it would be nice to have a source of water, and the rainwater harvester is where we'll get that source. So yes, let's grab that. Basic diesel. You know what? I didn't actually see basic diesel on the map. Let me have a quick look. What are we looking at? Right. Well, this is all. That is just... Oh my lord, the coal. Is this Wales? Is this future Wales? Did we finally break off from England? Did we just float away? By some sort of Brexit-like divorce deal meant that they had to hollow out most of Wales, it would still be worth it. It's fine. This was a worry. Sadly, it is now an inverted worry. Never mind. We've got a little bit of oil down there, but that is a long ways off. Water table, massive water table down there. Okay, fair enough. A huge amount of copper, gold fairly close by. Okay, not too bad. Not too bad. Speed things up a little bit. Continue watching. I mean, it says the water could flood, but someone in chat who seemed quite confident about what they were talking about said that that wasn't the case. That they haven't modeled any kind of fluid dynamics. So I don't know. I really don't. Is that just random gubbins? Oh, did we just empty waste? We're doing it, chat. We're polluting the ocean with plastics. It took us all about 15 days. Wow. Humanity, eh? Kill the turtles. They're all evils. If Bobby Table says so, it must be true. Chad is always confident. Correct? Not so much. That's fair. Though, for reals though, is anyone in chat who has the supporter pack and has access to the creator map? Have you actually breached the water? Because it feels to me like not allowing me to flood the world on a map like this is the biggest tease. Dunpeel Hunter, have you tried? Have you for scienced? I could try and cut away a small piece of the coast. That is no easy task. That would take ages. This is 5 layers up. That is really no easy task. That's the thing. It's not going to be a fast thing for me to do, which is why I'm resistant to doing it. It would take us time. Tools. There are several tools that can make a life more productive. Copy, cut, the pause tool, the planning tool, which is actually quite nice, by the way. We've also got the Unity tool. Oh, so good. They've made a tool for my favorite feature. It's like, haha! Settlement, I require not just this one building 1 by 1 built quickly. I need the entire complex manufactured now, overnight. This is like a 10,000 bed hospital. I need it built right away because there are now diseases in the game. I'm not just making that up. There is like a flu type virus that just comes and goes. There's nothing you can do about it. It just impacts your colony's health a little bit, but you know, otherwise they get over it pretty quickly. And then there are diseases that are a direct cause of how much squalor you're forcing them to live in. Those are significantly less good. Whereas normal diseases just kind of impact the overall health of your colony. Like the flu just, you know, gives them a bit of a health malus for a little bit, but it's not something that you can't overcome with a good diet. The other kinds are, well, I mean, they're both the flu on steroids in that it just impacts health, but they also just come with a mortality metric. It's like, yeah, no, some of you are just gonna straight up die. It's like, well, that's awkward. But yeah, you can also notice up in the health over here that currently our health is 10. +9 right now. Air pollution is pulling it down a little bit. So because of the health, we are actually growing our population passively. We can use edicts to tell them, hey, no more sexy fun times. Or at least no more sexy fun times without protection. We haven't got enough food to feed all of these extra mouths. So, you know, I realize how absolutely pointless it would be to try and tell you not to have sexy fun time. So I'm just saying do it so responsibly. Please, no extra babies. And then they will stop, because for some reason they'll listen to me. But nevertheless, outside of that, until I got edicts, I can't slow that. So we're just going to continually fill up. Right, so farm time. Allowing various crops can be used for food production. This farm depends on rain only. To supply water from external sources, it needs to be upgraded. That's fair. We've got this lovely land area down here, so how about we do something about that? I would really love it if you would take care of that particular tree, but I guess you're not going to because you suck. I'll pop that one there for now, and then we'll build the next one next to it. Is it actually designated? It is designated, so. You're the captain here? I guess so. I guess so. I suppose, at least for the first couple of generations, we're probably working with naval rules. I was the captain of this ship, and all of the people here are the crew of said ship, and so, you know, we're still rolling with maritime authority here. You think there's oil where I put that farm? Yeah, just by there. And then a bunch over there. We've got a decent amount of oil, but that's not going to be a problem because, like, I'm just going to be pumping this. As long as it's not under the farm, I don't mind. Though, I don't care about that tiny little bit of limestone. That's fine. If it comes to the point where that is a significant concern and I needed it, then everything else has already gone wrong. I'm liking this. Look at the stats over here. That is very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Good old rains. Oh, wow. Hang on a second. So the farm has changed a lot. Do they no longer require crop rotation? Or do basic farms just not allow for it? So the average production every 60 seconds is 9.2 potatoes. I need 60 water plus 10.5% divided by 60. Oh, because of my current fertility, I guess. In 3 months will give me 58 potatoes. I estimated 48 in 2.7 months. Okay, okay. Soil water level down here. Average needed is 60. Oh, actually, no, 36 of the 60. Sorry. 10.5 of the... per 60 seconds. 36 every 60 seconds. I need 10.5 fertility every 60 seconds. Fertility down here. Fertility needed, 0%. Natural replenishment is 5.4%. Fertility equilibrium will be at 47.5%. I like that. Okay, that's very interesting. Very interesting. Ah, good old thundercrack. By the way, colonists, this may be the dystopia, but I'm not an idiot. I won't accept the excuse of Zeus was horny now that I've already told you to start having babies. I know you're not going to listen to me right now, but you're just going to have to shoulder the responsibility for not listening to me by your own selves. No crazy Greek shenanigans. I won't accept it. That sounds up Greek mythology pretty well. Yeah, Zeus was horny. To be fair, that sums up most mythologies pretty well. I feel the Greek mythology gets an unfair amount of memeage about Zeus being horny all the time. It's just other mythologies and religions just kind of accepted it. I mean, you look far enough back in Wales, and it was like our religion was literally sex and death. That was it. There was no hiding it. It's like, well, you know, people die and also people get born. It seems a good thing to build a religion out of. Sex and death. These are the two absolutes in life. Okay, coming along. But I do like that fertility equilibrium. That's actually pretty cool. Right, honestly, right now, all we're doing is waiting. I could... How many workers have we got? We got a decent amount. I could actually build a second... yeah, we're generating a decent amount of Unity. I suppose we could go ahead and build a second research lab. We could pop you right here, I guess. Yeah, sure. I'll give it a little bit of a gap. Dunk. Let's get that going. How are we doing over there? We're doing reasonably well. We're currently waiting on construction, and construction is going to unlock for us the assembly manual, which will allow us to turn wood, iron, and concrete into construction parts, which we're going to need. It will also give us mechanical parts straight out of iron. And with the rubber and copper we have, we can top up our electronics supply if we need it. Yeah, Thor didn't exactly behave in a saintly manner. None of the gods did. Finished construction. Fantastic. Okay, you carry on with power and maintenance. Now we need to have a look at what we can build. So, yeah, it is literally just this. Okay, well, I kind of need... I don't strictly require electronics being made massively, but I'm probably going to require mechanical parts in a reasonable amount soon. I guess I can always switch this over as needed. And since it's right here, it'll be a lot easier for me to gather my materials together. We'll pop this there. Tunk. I would like... What should I go for? Of all the things we have, the only thing we don't have easy access to would be electronics. Now, electronics are going to be required for maintenance. But realistically, I'm going to need two things. The ability to make electronics and the ability to make... you can be set up for electronics. You can be set up for mechanical parts. Do we have a stock of rubber? We do. Good. But we are going to run out of copper reasonably fast. But we need to get those maintenance items up and running. Quite quickly, actually. Let's see, where are you sat on your maintenance need? Well, everything starts off with a ridiculous amount of maintenance to begin the game with. But some of them are actually dipping down pretty fast. Oh, do they? They got little noises now. Can I see in the windows? Oh, there are no windows. Alright, there's one window. Also, they've updated the graphics. There's now kind of a unified texture for items. Oh, well, not texture, but there's a unified model now for all of the different piles. I think there's two varieties, but they've unified that across all trucks, all ships, all storages, all belts, so on and so forth. So it's going to look much, much better. Right, that's done. Done and done. These are going to fill up reasonably fast, I would imagine. I definitely want electronics on here, so please... Well... Yeah, I'm going to say both mechanical parts and electronics need to be pinned for the time being. Is there anything else here I really want to know? I would like to know how much concrete I've got. Iron scrap is going to be a thing of the past relatively soon. Nothing else in here is important to me to know. How are we doing down here? Doing alright. Okay, speed up time. I'll slow it down every time we get something brand new to look at. But otherwise, doing okay. Oh, Hobbs, how's things going? What are you chatting about? It looks like you're chatting about V, perhaps? Let's have a look in chat. Been playing V Rising and having trouble with the Bandit King boss. Does anyone got any tips? Actually, I took out the Bandit King boss on the Dampling server. That, like, I never fought against it solo. We had a boss train going. So I don't know, but it was kind of a cluster, honestly. But part of that was because there were so many of us there. It's a PvP server with duo clans, so there were lots of people there who weren't in the same clan, so we were causing friendly fire incidents all over the place. And, sorry, that was A. And B, there were dozens of us there, so the boss was very, very beefed up. And finally, C, Because there were dozens of us there, we could take it in shifts. As people got low on health, they'd run out of the boss arena while others kept him engaged in battle, so not regenerating, and they'd regenerate outside in bear form, and then run back in and kind of tag the others out. And so we just basically did bosses on shift. It was actually incredibly fun. As much as it was a cluster, it was very, very enjoyable. I had a lot of fun with that. Right, power and maintenance is done. Let's pause that up. All right, so that one's done. Also, trading dock is done. Fantastical. All right, however, we now need to have a look at some things. So we're going to need the diesel power plant up and indeed running. We're going to want... Well, I guess... do we need the construction parts? We don't right now. Unit storage, maintenance depot. Converts products into maintenance, which is distributed to all machines, buildings, and vehicles that need it. Important, as if there is not enough maintenance, vehicles and machines can break down temporarily. Speaking of V-Rising, thinking of picking it up. Is it any good? I'm having an amazing amount of fun with it, yeah. Xantophile, thank you ever so much for the 7 months there, mate. Diolch yn fawr iawn. What's the name of the game where you play a potential new god founding a rogue religion and face off against others in up to 3v3 competition? Kind of Aztec looking, and things like death, lust, and rage were options for your god's focus. What? I'm not sure, Akira Dragon Ball. Kind of Aztec looking? Hopefully chat can help you out with that, because I have no clue. But we now have a couple of things open to us. One of the more important ones is unit storage. But of course, we've also got this. So let's set up a maintenance depot. And because I can now start planning for this... Oh wow, they're both on the same side. That's kind of annoying, actually. Pop that there. And then I am going to add in unit storage for two things. This is a diddy little storage. We can get the big ones now, by the way, Chad. It is going to be glorious. Right, these are going to be there. I want this one set up for mechanical parts. And this one set up for electronics. This is, of course, going to be producing those as quickly as it can. I would like some additional storages. This one can be just popped down here. Oh, it fits in such a perfect way. That one can be there to accept iron. And I would like another one probably over here somewhere just to accept the concrete that we're getting out of there. Those are all of the products that we're making. I'm not going to store coal. We're going to make coal as we need it. Right, crack on then. While all of that is going down, we should have a trading dock. Now, a trading dock needs to not overlap with the... Wow. Okay. I can build it there. It's just it won't... Whatever ship comes to the strait... What? What is that? Huh? Okay. So those are the lanes through from which the ships can leave, it seems. And as long as some of them are available, it's a valid option. All right. I kind of like it. I'm going to be honest. We'll pop that all the way over there. It's a little bit out of the way, but it should be fine. Yeah, I think we only need one of them to be green. Yeah, speed things up. Oh, poop. I did forget one very important thing, and that is we need a diesel generator at this point. Let's pop you over here. Make that a priority, please.